opening this week, brought to you by our friends at AMC Theaters. This is a showcase as to all the movies that are coming out this week. And now, earlier this week, we already talked about Zoolander 2, but to spare Christian, we're not going to go over that movie again. We're going to talk about Deadpool and How to Be Single. Natasha, let her rip.
Deadpool. Wade Wilson, played by Ryan Reynolds, is a former Special Forces operative who now works as a mercenary. His world comes crashing down when the evil Ajax, played by Ed Skrein, tortures, disfigures, and transforms him into Deadpool. The rogue experiment leaves Deadpool with accelerated healing powers and a twisted sense of humor. With help from mutant allies Negasonic, Teenage Warhead, and Colossus, Deadpool uses his new skills to hunt down the man who nearly destroyed his life. And How to Be Single. After 4 years of college, young Alice, played by Dakota Johnson, decides she needs a break from her long-term boyfriend, Josh. Excited and ready for new challenges, the eager grad moves to New York to take a job as a paralegal. Helping her navigate her way through an unfamiliar city is Robin, played by Rebel Wilson, a fun-loving, wild coworker who enjoys partying and one-night stands. With Robin as her freewheeling guide, Alice can now learn how to get free drinks, meet men, and enjoy the single lifestyle. Christian, do I even need to ask which movie you're planning to see this weekend?
No, you do not. Because here's the thing. You take two movies, both movies that are in a genre that is being done a lot now. You get Deadpool in the comic book genre. You get the romantic comedy genre here with, or the romantic genre with Dakota Johnson and Rebel Wilson. The comic book movie is the one that does it different and doesn't fall into the cliches and doesn't see, you see so much different stuff in Deadpool. It's so original. Like John was just talking about before, and the interview that he had with the writers, that they did such a great job with setting it up to where, like, okay, there's the origin story. Oh, but it's done in a different way. The style of Tim Miller. It is a movie to me that it delivered on every promise it said it was going to deliver on. It delivered. How to Be Single is a movie that if you're at home and and it pops up on cable and you just happen to stumble upon it on a date, you're gonna stay home and you're gonna watch. Forget it. I was gonna go somewhere, but I decided not to. I was gonna go somewhere and I didn't. I'm not gonna do it. But you're just home and you're watching it. By the way, Rebel Wilson is falling into the same shit over and over and over. It's like the thing between her and what's her face, Trainwreck. Help me, Schumer.
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer. Now, Amy Schumer, even though I'm not a huge fan of Amy Schumer, what she did in Trainwreck is she combined what she does in her stand-up and where it's being offensive and everything too. She added heart and she added something into that role. There was a real character. There was development of who she was. Rebel Wilson does not do that. She just relies on the jokes, and none of these characters are memorable at all.
Dennis, Christian just had a great compare-contrast paper and hinted at something very dark and twisted that he does in his apartment late at night. Yes. Which one are you going to see this weekend?
Well, I haven't seen How to Be Single yet, and actually, I didn't mind the trailers. I looked at it. It's just not my
terrible. It's not a terrible movie. It is.
Yeah, it's not something I'm like, oh, I got to go rush out and see it. Right. But if it's on Netflix or something on cable, maybe I'll tune in and see, entertain me for an hour and a half. But yeah, Deadpool is obviously the one. It's a blast. It's fun to watch. It's obviously a hard R. It's different, like you said. And you guys can check out, we already did our spoilers review, but it's going to come out tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll do it in the morning or in the afternoon, release it. You guys can check that out. But we all loved it. Schnepp was like over the moon for it. John's, we're going to go see it again tonight. And I think it's something, as long as you're not easily offended, it's something I definitely recommend people see.
And we're not just dudes here hanging out talking about Deadpool. Natasha, can I ask you, which one of these movies would you be more interested in seeing this weekend?
I mean, you guys may bring John back in my seat when I answer this question, but I'm totally going to go see How to Be Single because, I have a ton of single girlfriends, and that's what we're going to do this weekend. So, hey, and I like Rebel Wilson.
I think I like her, too, but I just think she's fallen into the same shtick, and that's the thing is that her point alone of you go there because if you're going single girls going to watch the movie, I don't think you relate to anyone. I don't think any of the characters were realistic. That's to me I wouldn't have mind to see because I agree with you. I like the first trailer. I'm like, okay, let's see if we got a lot of laughs out of it. And like I said, I could watch that movie 100 times in a row than watch 10 more minutes of Zoolander 2. So it's watchable.
Right. I just can't look at How to Be Single as anything other than a Valentine's Day cash grab. Like they got together and we're going to make a movie, and if it doesn't open on Valentine's Day, we're kind of screwed. Now, I could be wrong, but you could also, I can understand the perspective of somebody else looking at Deadpool and saying, well, it's just another comic book movie, but I'll tell you this, it's not just another comic book movie. It is singular in its vision. It's something unlike anything I've ever seen before, and I've seen pretty much all the comic book movies kids. So check out Deadpool in theaters this weekend.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.